CEOs are public figures, and especially with the really big companies, we really know all of the CEOs. Usually it is like common knowledge who they are. The CEO of Meta is Mark Zuckerberg. The CEO of Tesla is Elon Musk. The CEO of Apple is Tim Cook. But here's the curveball. Who do you think the CEO of Microsoft is? That's not a trick question, by the way. This person has been the CEO for the past 11 years, since 2014. I am actually curious if anybody, without actually looking it up, actually knows who this person is, because I have never heard of him. So it's this guy. If he doesn't look familiar, you're in the same boat as what I was. This is somebody that I have never seen or heard of. So this is Satya Nadella. As I said, CEO for the past 11 years. I have no idea why I have not heard of him or seen him ever before, but despite CEOs being public figures, I suppose it's really not a bad thing that I've never heard of him. It's like the old saying, no news is good news. I guess since I've never really seen or heard of this guy, maybe that just means he's doing his job. Well, the thing is, a lot of eyes have actually been on him recently due to a lot of things that Microsoft has done. Specifically, a lot of not good things have happened at Microsoft over the past few months. There have been a ton of job layoffs, or as it seems anyway, a ton of job layoffs. Just actually about 3 weeks ago, there were 9,000 employees that were let go. Xbox has also recently seen some studio closures, some games canceled. Of course, the Xbox hardware itself has been extremely questionable, like is there a future there? A lot of stuff has just been really up in the air with a lot of these layoffs and closures. And the CEO has remained quiet relatively about this until now. He has actually made this statement. This was actually just yesterday. So he starts it off by specifically talking about these layoffs, and it's been really weighing heavy on him. But here is the highlight. He is actually expressing something more positive, not negative. He says, I also want to acknowledge the uncertainty and seeming incongruence of the times we are in. By every objective measure, Microsoft is thriving. Our market performance, strategic positioning, and growth all point up and to the right. But he says that all of that being said, they're still undergoing layoffs. And why is that? Essentially, it seems that he is suggesting this is due to AI. He really does not hide it that they are wanting to embrace AI going forward at Microsoft. In fact, he is specifically saying this is one of their 3 big priorities going forward, and that is security, quality, and AI transformation. It says we are doubling down on the fundamentals while continuing to define new frontiers in AI. And yeah, it's very clear at this point that AI, they're using that to work a lot faster, a lot more efficiently, and they're not wrong. I mean, they are in a very good position right now. It's not like the company is tanking or anything like that. They are still ranked number 2 overall in market cap in the world. They have definitely surpassed Apple. I think for a bit they were kind of neck and neck, but yeah, Microsoft is doing great. But you see, they're just at this overall kind of weird position, because even when he came out with this letter yesterday, many people have said bad things about it. If you look online, you'll see that people are very upset that he is prioritizing AI over actual people, over actual workers. And that is definitely understandable. But the thing is, going forward, like it or not, companies like Microsoft are going to have to embrace AI to work smarter and more efficiently. That is a hard pill to swallow, but it is absolutely true. Otherwise, they are going to be left in the dust and replaced by companies that actually did embrace AI. That is, of course, just my take. And yes, at the end of the day, I do still acknowledge that, I mean, yeah, to a certain degree, this is corporate greed. This is, capitalism favoring money over people, but that's just the way that these things work, unfortunately. It still sucks that real people are losing jobs, but, in the long run, I suppose, and this is just my opinion, these kind of things have to happen to make things go forward. When new tools are developed, it's always going to shake up things. AI is really no exception to this. It's just kind of the newer thing that's shaking up things. Don't get me wrong, AI definitely does have its own set of problems and things to worry about. But overall, what I'm getting at is, do I think Microsoft is a horrible, evil company for doing this? No, not really. At the end of the day, they are a company. They have to make money. That is their number one objective. And as the CEO himself has said, despite the layoffs and despite people not being too happy about the layoffs, the company is thriving. And like it or not, I don't see that changing anytime soon.